the most aggressive attempt in a generation by the government to reform education. In Ohio today, President Bush signed into law a $26.5 billion education bill. Education has been an issue he's cared about very publicly, and he believes very strongly that testing improves learning. Today's legislation imposes annual tests on millions of school children and holds schools accountable for the result. Mr. Bush didn't get everything he wanted in education reform, but he and the Democrats in the Congress worked out a plan that they both appear to like. ABC's Terry Moran has spent all day with the president on the road, and it has been all about education. Terry.
It has, Peter. The president went to 3 public schools in 3 states today to proclaim this bill's virtues and to merrily dramatize the bipartisan cooperation that made it possible. At a public school in Hamilton, Ohio, President Bush said the new bill marks a departure in the federal approach to education.
We're going to spend more money, more resources, but they'll be directed at methods that work, not feel-good methods, not sound-good methods, but methods that actually work.
The bill the president signed today requires testing of all public school children in grades 3 through 8, expands educational choices for parents of students in chronically failing schools, and provides up to $26.5 billion in funding, a 20% increase primarily for poor schools. The bill brought Mr. Bush into a close working relationship with Senator Kennedy, something he joked he'd have a hard time explaining to his Texas neighbors.
The folks at the Crawford Coffee Shop would be somewhat in shock when I told them I actually liked the fella. He is a fabulous United States Senator.
In Boston, the last stop of the day, Senator Kennedy returned the compliment, hailing the president's work on the bill.
President Bush was there every step of the way, making a difference on this legislation.
The bipartisanship on display today resulted in a bill that has won high marks from many educators, with some reservations.
Anytime we get more money, we're delighted. The negative side, of course, is that there are always a lot of mandates in legislatures such as this that might later on reveal mandates that will not be funded.
White House officials acknowledge that the bipartisan